That's why. I was like thinking, this is the real one and not this. Oh, here we go. There's barely one with a number pad on it. Although I'm thinking it's also these, but yeah, I think I do.
It was a walkie-talkie, I guess.
Dang, nice.
And that came out, and then right over here on this side is that right there. What you're looking at right there is the original 6-foot Transformer that came out on the original Transformer movies. That's the original advertisement for that. All right, and then over here, if you want to look at something, this is who always sits with me.
Noise.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
I have no privacy.
I have no privacy. That's my baby, though. I wouldn't know what to do without her. That's my call girl. I call her right over here. Come here, girl. Come on. So, finally, I'm getting to hang out with you, Dustin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Been a while.
Yeah. You know what it is? People come and they go on everybody's show. They get bored with their own thing, and then they just kind of hang up, and then they go to another show and hang out with someone else. I look on there all the time for watching, just to see who's watching me.
Yeah.
I see everybody saying, you know what? I've had people watching me forever. Now maybe I should go pay some time with those who come to see me and see how their shows are going. Maybe drop a few bucks, a few numbers on the screen. But it is bucks.
Yeah. Gotta hit bucks at this rate. Well, not really anymore, considering the props are going away in November.
Yeah. So I wonder what's gonna happen without the props now.
What about the diamonds?
Cloudy! Yeah, diamonds are still gonna stay, I think.
I hope so, because
I mean, Dustin cut some of that broadcast, but he said it was minimal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. But I have to say one thing in the honor of YouNow, though. I have to say that there are a lot of people out there that rather screw you in my world. You know what I'm saying? But if YouNow, I have to say, I wish people really do it on good terms, because I want to say it so they can hear me. And that it's awesome that they've given a little cash up to people.
Yo, what up, Shelby?
What's up, Abby? What's up, Shelby?
I mean, at least you didn't do the thing where once I just flat out raged and called them a bunch of meth heads, but...
Well, you know what? People have been having some kind of weird trouble on this show now all of a sudden. They did a changeover. Everybody knows about it. And
yeah.
they did some kind of software, like, change. Wow, it's almost my throat. I think it's an ant. So I think that they did a change, and everybody really noticed it, but they didn't like it.
Oh, trust me. They do one... Yo, what up, Houston? They do any kind of change, people will hate it. Except for the stickers, because people like stickers. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I actually like stickers myself.
Well, I also love the stickers myself.
Thanks for the margarita.
And I love some of the stuff you can say. But I still think that some of the software issues are really hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, also, unless you have like a really beefy setup or something, it's... Yeah. Oh, dang, thanks for the 400 to Krizna.
Well, that's nice. Well, thank you very much. That's really awesome of you. Thank you.
But
I promise, when we're singing, me and Morgan are singing Kumbaya together, we'll be sure to sing it with you.
What the?
Holy shit.
Oh my god, that just skyrocketed to 27%. What the hell? I thought the stream was going to tank.
That's awesome.
Houston's on a roll. Houston, we have a problem
Houston, we don't have a problem.
I'm just kidding. No, it's a joke. Yeah.
I know.
Wow, I come here and look what happens. This is awesome.
Okay, I'm not even kidding. I literally always expect my broadcast to tank just so in the literal freaking state of, hey, I freaking somehow do have a successful broadcast, I'll be more genuinely proud of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird mindset, but it works every time.
Well, I want to say there's something else that the other night there was one of the shows, I won't mention the show so it doesn't have nothing to do with it, but I was on the show and then someone showed up who had, his views on politics on our show. And I got to tell you the truth, it really hurt the show. It hurt me, hurt, some of the people, I'm sure.
Yeah, you always get that around here no matter what.
I remember him talking about it. Morgan was talking about it, and it was so real. And he was talking about, he's always got this thing of a drama-free zone, yo. And that's such a good thing. You don't like drama, and I appreciate that. You really, tell me.
I mean, that was inspired also.
Oh my goodness.
You broke my goal counter.
127%.
Whoa,
Dang it! Now I gotta change it.
smokes, man. This guy is on the money.
Wah,
You better do
wah,
something.
wah.
You know what? I'm going to let you decide.
Ha 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 ha! I changed it.
You do
Jordan, what up?
do whatever you want for this gentleman. This gentleman right here is like rock and a roll. Really.
I mean, rock and roll and a butthole surfer. Yes, I listened to the butthole surfers. I gave myself that moniker too. At this point.
So, I gotta ask if anybody wants to answer this, though. I mean, what do you all think of OBS? I mean, some say that it's absolutely great, and
I mean, that's how I run everything.
Yeah, but I mean, you believe it.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello.
Yo, what up, Jordan?
I'm okay. How you doing?
9 people.
You're growing. You're getting older. You're finally gonna be 10 years old in your life.
So I'm 25 February. You're going to help me.
Experience with it, but I've used it.
Old age is a diamond. I don't even want to think of it.
Well, you want to know some crazy stuff? I got a $700 computer sitting up under this joint right here. That and it's supposed to have everything and anything. And I bought it as a gamer computer.
Actually, same here, but mine was kind of more custom built.
And it's sitting under there. And then right over here is another one that had twice as much as this thing did. And this thing is working fabulous. And I only paid $300 for it.
Damn.
I bought it as a rebuild so that I could get it at a reasonable price. And all they did is go through it and refurbished it. And then when they refurbished it, they refurbished what would be like over $1,000 computer.
What the fuck?
And they just gave it to me for like the dopest price, $300-something just to get rid of it.
Damn.
That thing's it was the top because at the time it was like I think 16 gig, I don't know, 8 RAM or something. It was pretty high at the time, and it's up there. I can't explain it to you because I don't have the specs on it. But
I don't really have the specs on this either, to be honest. All I know is I got Ethernet and a crappy 19-inch monitor sitting in front of me.
And the sad thing about it is I don't have that, but I get that. And I'm going to tell you, I have 100 on my BPS. That like the little whatever it is.
Yeah.
I got the highest I can get. Now they're trying to. They're going to go up to 110. The faster you get, the more you won't understand. Believe me.
Oh wait. More PCs from like videos in your drum computer.
You know what it is in life? Because everybody knows that speed.
Using your Discord chat, not a group.
Oh, yeah. I'll get those queued for later tonight, yo.
Okay.
So I got a system over here that came from them. What was so cool about the system when I rented it, I rented their modem, and then I got a Roku system with it, which is really nice, and it only cost me $13.
Nice.
Dang, yo.
$13 a month, and that's nice. And I get the Roku and everything with it, and I get the internet, as a good price. But the problem is that you would never believe the stuff that you kind of need out here on your desk or around you or surrounding you or above you, all the way up to your ass, one or the other, to go with it. It's like, it's free, clear sound and everything. You almost got to have a supercomputer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess everybody here runs into that, right? I mean, every year so far, I've heard people tell me that some of their games that they're playing, they're getting messages from the game builders and companies, which WoW does this all the time, World of Warcraft. And they keep giving you 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabyte downloads every now and then, which really kills your hard drive eventually because it's a lot of RAM. So I went and I said, well, here, maybe I'll get all their games. I went and got all their games, and in 7 days they drove my hard drive red. Downloads. I had to get rid of all their games, and I paid for all of it to make sure that it was there, all that stuff. So they slammed it into red. It looked like it was the end of life. It looked like a thermometer that was, so red that everybody was going to die. It was that bad of a hard drive issue. So
I need to get a bigger hard drive.
So I get rid of all this stuff, and it goes down from like whatever to like 675 gigabytes again. So that was good. That's how much this thing really took these games. So now I'm down to maybe 1 or 2 games. But what my thing is with World of Warcraft, what they do is they slam you.
Yeah.
They slam you with a lot of patches and all kinds of different fixes and stuff, and slam you with all the gigabytes and things.
That's the one Call of Duty like that.
But it's horrifying. It's like a nightmare.
Yeah, it's like horrifying. Yeah, it's horrifying, but also cool at the same time.
Well, it is. I understand you know, but as life is, everybody here knows this, even Morgan and all these know this. Sometimes we got to drain the swamp of digital.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You do. You got to find a way to drain it. You got to figure out where the plug is, pull it, and let it go, and just let that shit that's all.
Yeah, I've had to do that a few times on this thing.
See that animation that you got going there? I want to tell you the truth. It's pretty. It's beautiful. It's cool. Yeah, but it's going.
I mean, it took a hell of a lot of calibration and such on this. I crashed. But guess what? Yoink.
What about Houston Vance? Did you want to come up this time?
Anyone else?
I couldn't actually find the audience screen. That's why.
I'm chilling.
That's why I had to refresh.
So Morgan, you all just chatting and singing, or what? You don't playing or what?
Oh, he plays drums.
I mean,
Some videos.
I'm already drummed out from earlier today. No joke. I
can
was
send you some videos.
Quest of Variety stuff. I did an early stream on just drums alone and practice to get points for that competition. Then it was to fill out a stinking form for pre-recordings. Then another form for this other thing, and I was just like, can I quit filling out paperwork?
Oh, yes, this is the best of me.
All for a YouNow show.
I can give you a couple phone numbers for the Drumaholic program, and you might be able to get some help.
Nah, I'm not that much a drumaholic.
Okay.
It's like, at one point on here, it was like 4 or 5 hours on end.
True. It's like, stop it. Get some help.
Because, what? I was out of a job for 4 months. I was basically broke. I was on here. I splurged half my crap on a PC. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hold on.
All within a year and a half.
Let me see what this angel.
I'm still trying to
Oh, yeah.
find
You know, like, I said you all Megan's moments. I found Mindy, so I'll send you some of the best of Mindy as well. Josh's girlfriend.
noise.
Quite a lot, though, so I'll send you a few. Then send you the rest next time.
Well, let me say this to Heather out there since she's saying what she says. I just want to tell you, Heather, that I'm not going to be the shockwad that's going to take, shock you by saying anything, because to me, legit music means that it's in all of us, but there are some of us who explore it more and some of us that don't. So I will never be the one that will ever burst your bubble. But I will tell you this much: in your heart, if you ever hear somebody and you think that you would like to join them, and you and them can make a world of difference in whatever it is that you're doing. Your voice type is beautiful. I know that. We already know. Morgan, you know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I guess I had to put myself in color because...
I'm a universal singer. They don't get it. I have universal multi-vocals. So there's no possibility. If a man puts me in a studio, I get hired to the studio. So think about this. When you can go into a studio and say, I need this dude to do rock, or I need him to do country, or anything like that. I fit all the forms. And that's my blessing for anybody who's a vocalist. Who knows? You don't realize that with special FX effects and all those things that go on in this business, you can sound like anybody. Now, when it comes to auto mic, I do not believe in auto mic. I think auto mic is cheap vocalist.
What, you mean like auto-tune or something?
Auto-tune, yeah. The auto-tune mic, I can't do it.
I mean, it's not just a mic, it's also just presets these days.
Question is, do you like, I know Dustin will appreciate this. You like Def Leppard, right? Dustin?
Leslie?
I like
some
of their songs. They're alright.
If anybody ever says to me, because when I was wanting to be a radio announcer, I tried to tell people that the reason I appreciate those songs and those choices back in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, before it really got really silly, it was real. It was real. It wasn't fake. It was a real man on a real mic doing his thing and taking the mic, and just by a little bitty tiny bit of reverb, he could make all kinds of wild sounds. See, they didn't have all that technology. And then when they made all that technology, the man that was the singer no longer was that singer that he was. He was whatever they were making him into. Kind of like, setting up an astronaut, teaching him how to be a rocket man, and fly all the way to the moon and fly back. But that's what it was like. It was nice to know that a man knew how to fly it because he learned to fly it, not by everybody on the ground now can fly you wherever you want to go.
It's kind of like what Freddie Mercury predicted that, we're going to rely on technology to do its thing and music will lose its soul.
Like, my soul, because I'm still original. Love acoustics. There
you go. The best thing of Def Leppard. Good Lord, I love this drum set.
Yeah, and I love the way drums it though, man, with no arm. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, these pedals are also drums.
I know, that's the thing.
Like,
And all his programs, you know how he did it? I was so shocked when I realized what his program. He
this
made
guy,
it all through the
65 Drums, actually talks about it. Like,
program.
good lord, it's
He
an
goes
amazing
every beat in between his beats he would make with the other hand. I guess he made it with his other. He knew what he needed. He made that, and then he played with it with the other. You've got to have one hell of a mind to do that.
Honestly, I would play this thing with even two hands.
I've seen you do that real cool thing that I like. I can't tell you what the name of it is, drummer, but it's the one where you're like when you do it with that damn bass pedal of yours. You know what I'm saying? And you make that cool sound. That's what I like. With all the 16s in there that people don't know about.
People, honestly, that I do play double bass at times, but what's just my normal foot or my right foot, people think it's double kick. Still.
But it's awesome. And now they made a whole new level of kicks. I was looking at that the other day. They made one that's the magnetic kick. Everybody's wanting one, but they're so outrageous priced. But they're so worth it if you get your hands on it. But
Here's the Duelist triple kick.
Magnetic. Is that magnetic or no?
No, it's not. This is from a company called Duelist, and I found this interesting because it's 3 beaters on one pedal.
So he would have to know each one of those individuals how to make it move.
Well, there's the first two, then there's a switch like somewhere down here that triggers the third one. And oh my god, I gotta find the video on this actually.
And when you can, look up that new magnetic. You know what the magnetic is based on? It's so awesome.
Oh yeah, Samus actually got those pedals.
Right. And then when it goes back, it bangs back, but it don't go all the way fully down. It does it by magnet. I can understand what you're looking at when you're deciding that. It's like bouncing a ball, and as it slows down, it would go faster and faster.
A super lightweight pedal, but it features 1, 2, 3, 4 bearings up there to make this pedal very smooth. It's a choice from Nigel Watkler from Saxon. We then have a regular double pedal. Now this guy keeps up the features controllably. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bearings driving the
What's up, Eli James?
so that makes it exceptionally smooth.
And
Then we have the classic Duelist double pedal on one foot. 2 beaters on one foot. Click it down, becomes a single pedal. Click it back in, a double pedal. Now this pedal is primarily designed if you want to keep playing your hi-hats. So if you want to groove out on one foot with 2 beaters and play your hi-hats, you can create some unique grooves there. For players that are not so much into doing that and want the old school double pedal, then what you got is a triple pedal up here.
It's
Play
ready to
like a
beat.
conventional double pedal, and then you click in the third beater. And I'll show you what you can do with that right now. So here we have the single pedal action, which is very smooth and all feeling pedal. Then you click it into double.
here we go. This is that in action.
Very easy, click it down, click it up. You can even do triplets. And when I'm doing a triple, I'm going 1, 2, and I'm missing a beat 3. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da. All on one foot. If you want to play double pedal,
Yeah.
like a double pedal setup, it's a lot smoother. And if you want to play all 3, you have to intersperse the beaters. So what I would do is do like a straight 8 on the right foot, and I'll do a clavy pattern on the left. So into straight 8s. And now I'm going to add in the third beater. So, one more time. Clavy on the left, dump, dump, dump. Straight
This
8s
is
on
my
the
new
right.
light
Then
system.
we're going to add this in and bring it all together.
Noise.
It's a one of a kind. You're not going to find like
Just
as
want to do this.
well built
Like
as
in a gallery feel.
I want
All
this
you're
pedal
actually
now.
playing is a simple rhythm, and the third beater comes in. So, there we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I'm going to get a new light system just to let you know more.
Please.
I got a light system here that's for my DJ show. I would love to put all my stuff up, but I just don't got the room. If I had the room, I would shock you with my DJ system and all the stuff that I have. I have a projector and everything that projects on the wall imagery that I'm about to start doing the movies for the imagery myself. I want everybody to see my own work.
Noise.
Yeah.
Here you go. This is him actually testing out those pedals.
Oh, hello everybody. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. We have a very special gear review for you guys today. We will be checking out the Drumnetics bass drum pedals. I am always getting questions about different bass drum pedals. Have you tried this brand? Have you tried that brand? Which pedal is the best? And just so you guys know, there most likely isn't just one best bass drum pedal out there. Most of the top selling pedals have quite a different feel from one another, and everyone is different. You know, we all have different preferences, and we each like certain things to feel a certain
got
way.
a Pearl double
Perhaps if
bass.
us humans were
Mostly
all
because it's the
exactly
only one I
same
can
in
afford.
every single way, then maybe there would be one best bass drum pedal out there. But if everyone was the exact same in every single way, the world would be pretty fucking boring. Yeah. Okay, enough rambling. Let's take these bad boys out and check them out. There it is. Drumnetics. Oh, what else we got? So excited! Okay, so what's really unique about these Drumnetics pedals is if you look closely, you will see that it does not have any springs anywhere. If you're a complete noob and you have no idea what I'm talking about, the springs on bass drum pedals are what brings the beater back to you after you hit the drum. You know what? I'll get one of my Axis pedals to show you. Okay, so you press the pedal down, and then boing, it comes right back to you. That is the spring doing its job. If there weren't any springs on bass drum pedals, you'd hit the bass drum, and then the beater would just stay against the head and not even come back to you. There would be nothing to lift it back up and get it ready for that next hit. So normally, bass drum pedals have springs for that. But on these pedals here, it uses magnetic repulsion. What? Hence the name, Drumnetics. Let's do a little zoomeroni. So up here at the cams, we have 2 sets of magnets, one on each side of the beater. I'll show you from this side, actually. See these magnets? Yeah. So as you press down the beater, these magnets get closer to each other, and these are not attractive magnets. These magnets push away from each other when you get them close. And that is what brings the beater back to us. There's also a larger magnet right here under the footboard, and that adds even more repulsion. That's actually the main magnet. What's even more awesome is that we can set the tension of these magnets just by making a few adjustments on the pedals. All right, so let's start putting these together, test them out. Holy shit, these already feel really smooth, and I don't even have a beater on yet.
Guess what?
The beater in on this is pretty much a no-brainer. There's only one spot for it.
The purpose of why someone did that in real life.
Oh, now looking at it, these might be set a little on the loose side, but that's perfect.
You're making it
Great. Great fucking turning stuff. Oh yeah, I should also mention that they have a standard pedal as well as a longboard pedal, which these are the longboards. And yes, they do make the double pedal version as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is set the beater angle. We have 3 different angle options to choose from. Right now it's just in the middle. You can take one of the Allen keys that are magnetized to the bottom of the pedal, put it in here. Wow, the Allen key just magnetizes to it. Fucking magnet, dude. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, so now that that's loose, we can freely move the beater angle like so. So let's try out the forward beater angle option. So now the angle of the beater is a little bit more towards the head than it was. Let's just loosen that right here. So now we can move the bottom cam and lock that into whatever position we want depending on how much repulsion we want. And since changing the beater angle forward a little bit took away some of that repulsion, we are going to add it back by changing the cam. Well, not changing the cam, but we're just adjusting the angle of it. You can see the difference here. This is the one that we adjusted, and this is the one that we haven't touched yet. So you can see there's less space over here, so we're going to get more repulsion from the magnets. Let's go on this side and do the exact same thing. We can also adjust the magnet underneath here. So now we're going to take out the big hex key that comes with
Thanks for the 10,
right from the top here. Now that it's loose, we can slide that magnet down or up to put it more in line with the other magnet below it. The further down like this will be less repulsion, and you'll get more tension.
Drumnetics, bass drum pedals.
So what I'm going to do is get these both set up, and then I'll bring
What I dork out the most at Hogan's Heroes. Don't think I did.
So for clamping to the drum, we have this.
I did watch the Monkeys.
And then we also have this screw clamp thingy that goes in and tightens it down.
Jordan, what is going on?
There you go. I sent the first one.
They're a little, they do feel a little loose. Unless maybe I something up.
It's
So
part
first, let's
one.
try adjusting the main magnet on the bottom. Loosen it with the Allen key here.
Where's
slide it
the
up,
link?
Tighten it, and you're done.
I'll put it.
Easy.
Well, I got. Well, wait, yeah, I got
really,
those.
really smooth. So the next thing I'm going to do now is adjust the top spring tension even more. I'm going to try to make it a little tighter. Let's see what we got. Let's try that one.
Thanks, but
Yeah,
the
it's already
210.
Yeah, it's coming back way faster on the left one. So let's do that exact same thing with the right pedal. That felt pretty good.
Wait, in the chat.
Hey, now the
It ain't
last
showing
thing
up,
I'm gonna
man.
Try to do is find the
Blame
goddamn
YouNow, man.
key. I do like it better with the
Worst
beater
case, go to
further
the
back, so
Discord
we're
and
gonna go
stick
back
it
to
in.
that factory degree. This is exactly what I was talking
Makes
about.
it
before.
easier on
I was
mine,
saying
at
that
least.
different pedals can feel differently, especially in different settings. I hope you guys are having as much fun as me, because this shit is actually a lot of fun for me. Okay, so now that we got these set up pretty good, let's take them over to the drum kit. See how they play over there. It's gonna be great.
I try to get that same theory with a piano, you know.
Dang.
Oh yeah, those are. Wow.
Yeah, that's double bass. It's gonna take me 50 years to do.
Man, look at that. It's like a fire, man. It's gonna melt all that. It's gonna melt it. Man, look at that.
Pretty cool.
That's part of that.
It looks like he's like, it sounds like he's tapping his feet constantly to make that beat, but he's really not. He's just like taking it easy doing it.
Practice makes perfect, right, guys? Practice makes perfect. That's how I learned how to play the piano. Perfect, you know?
You know it.
Well, not being perfect. I write my own stuff because I can't write nobody else.
Or no, you want crazier double bass. Yeah, freaking Infinite Annihilator, everybody. This is the double bass one would wish they would do.
Alright, can you do something, Morgan? I want you to do something, Morgan, because this needs to be truly, truly done. Now, to allow everybody to know.
Alright.
As you know, we know all this crazy equipment now that exists. But what I want you now to go back when double drumming was really happening, and this crap, like I said, was around. You're going to find out it's going to be the same. So go back in some time and find real guys that did it without all this new crap.
Okay, I actually know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? I want people to really see the difference. These are guys who did this with just what they had. And they proved that even with what they had, with chain-driven ones and etc., they could just bang those things, man, and put it all to, good use. And then as time goes by, just what Dustin said, it's going to make it easier, isn't it?
Exactly.
So what is the real theory behind drumming? When we used to watch a dude get on stage and sweat rivers around the stage, you could see him running off like waterfalls, because it was the real guy doing the real deal, and he was really freaking hacking that stuff. And there wasn't electronic drums in those days either. Electronic drums were basically almost like taking your piano with a setup in there with your drums, and then tear all the rest of the piano keys out, and then just put little rubbers on them, and then and you could have did that, and that's what you would have had in your beginning, almost like if you had a beginning drum set with a drum kit in it. So it's just it became electronic. What I'm saying is our keyboards that I used to play, back in the day, used to have kits in them.
Oh yeah,
drum
the whole
kits and all
Casio
kinds of
keyboards and such.
And that's right. And the reason why they did that was because if you had a what they call Tascam, the original little
8-tracks,
whatever they were. If you had one of those little 8-track things,
cassette recorder,
make your own stuff on. It was this thing, and you could just record your own lines and then put them all together. And then at the end of it, you could mix it.
No, but literally, Krizna, you somehow brought this guy to my attention. You may know him.
And I know you, because this is why I'm doing this, Morgan. Because you're the kind of guy who will take simple and then show you exhaustion. And this is exhaustion. These guys are
freaking
so
Ginger
damn good.
Baker.
Let's rock.
Literally, this man did double bass before Slayer.
And this guy was an asshole, Ginger Baker.